Oh, Emma Stone. Whoa. I always knew this would be good for something. Sorry, I'm getting this review up a couple days later than I really wanted to, but I've been busy. I'm not sure what that was supposed to imply. So anyway, I love the Sam Raimi Spider-Man franchise, obviously minus the third one. I think it's a fun, decent movie, but it is goofy and over the top. Everything about that movie's been said. I love the second one. The first one's really great, and the second one's one of the best superhero movies ever, hands down. I think Tobey Maguire was a fantastic Peter Parker, so when I heard they so quickly decided to reboot the series and not give any more effort towards pursuing Sam Raimi or just a Spider-Man 4, I was a little upset, and I was really not a fan of neither the concept of the Amazing Spider-Man or the material I was getting. And I must say that I'm eating my words because it's a great movie, and it does complete justice to Spider-Man and all that that entails. But I don't go back and regret or think in my face for, the bad feelings I had towards this movie before it came out, because actually looking back, I'm still not impressed by the material, and I don't think it does serves the movie greatly. Now, ever since The Dark Knight came out, there's been this perception that superhero movies need to be dark and brooding, because it totally worked for, Batman being updated in that way, but it doesn't really need to be like that all the time, because the first three Spider-Mans kind of embody the very fun, light-hearted, while it has great emotion, superhero romp, and this movie seemed to be taking it in a much darker, teenaged, angsty way. But it doesn't really come off like that. It does take these dark overtones by not taking itself too seriously, and the fact that it's a great cast, and the script is actually very good for a superhero movie. It's not the greatest superhero movie ever, and it does give in to convention now and again, but that's really okay, especially in a genre such as this. If you can make it work, and this movie does, that is fantastic. The action scenes, the visual effects, and the spectacle are top-notch, really make for this all-around visceral experience, on top of the fact that the performances, as I said before, really compound with great direction, great writing for this type of movie into what does not match, I think, the emotional power of, say, Spider-Man 2, but it still really, really gets there much more than I thought it would. But from the characters that are takeovers from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man franchise, the actors do a great job of making them their own characters and don't try to kind of fit into the same thing. There's changes, but they're not drastic. Martin Sheen is in there. He's fantastic. Dennis Leary. Rhys Ifans, I think, was probably one of my most anticipated things about this movie as Dr. Connors and going into Lizard, and I think that was done very, very well. And within that, with Andrew Garfield, in a lot of respects, he did a better job in as far as different dimensions for Peter Parker, but Tobey Maguire is still Spider-Man to me. Emma Stone, I like her a lot more than Kirsten Dunst, and I think, even though they're not playing the same character, they're two different characters, they're essentially the love interest. Marc Webb, well, I think he's a good director. I wasn't sure how he would make this transition, and I think he does it very well. Really makes this movie that high-level, action-packed intensity that you would expect from this type of movie. Does that very well. There is a lot of interesting things happening with the backstory of Peter Parker, and they all play together very well, and I think this movie just far exceeded my expectations. And I'm really happy about that. I love when movies can surprise me, especially because I was looking forward to this movie, but also in the back of my mind there was just this negative connotation. But now it is pretty much gone, because while I still miss the old series, I'll accept this as something new and as something great, and I can't wait to see what's more to come from it. Fantastic movie. Really just another great component for this summer so far. I'm going to give the newest Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, a solid 9 out of 10. I recommend everybody to go see it, whatever your feelings were on it beforehand. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's great, it's fun. Go enjoy this movie. Oh god, I'm pretty I'm like 50 feet in the air now. Uh-oh. I'm dry. Looks like there's only one thing to do.